If you've ever tried shading your cute little doodle and then just end up all over the outlines and hitting the undo button 25 million times, just hang on because this trick is going to be for you. So grab your iPad, your Apple Pencil, and let's get into it. Hey, it's me, Cynthia, and I'm back to talk to you today. Welcome if you've never been here, welcome back. If you've been here before, I'm a digital artist just trying to spread my knowledge and know-how and have a fun time together while we make cute stuff, obviously. So today we're going to play with Alpha Lock because it recently came to my attention that there's a couple things that I may have kind of kicked Alpha Lock to the curb before. I usually use clipping mask. However, I wasn't thinking about blendability, and we'll get into that. So let's get started. So today, let's go ahead and paint a flower. And what we want today is to just see what we're working with is like a smooth inker that doesn't really have much texture. So just go in your library and get a solid brush. And I am just going to make a simple flower today. Okay. And I'm just kind of making teardrops. Another teardrop. I do have my brush all the way up just for ease and the quickness. I go ahead and add one more oval shape and quickly fill that in. And now before we go any further, let's go over to our layers and let's go ahead and add another layer and switch out to a yellow color. Just draw the curve, connecting curve. So nice and simple this morning. Let's do one more layer. And let's long hold and drag it to the bottom under our petals. Just grab ourselves a basic green. And okay, maybe I need a little leaf. Why not? All right. So we have our artwork. And what Alpha Lock does is it lets you paint on the pixels that are already on your layers. So if you were on a new empty layer, Alpha Lock isn't going to work. It's not going to do anything because it's just adding to the pixels that you've already colored in. So let's go up to our layer. Let me move my mouse. Let's go up to our layers button and we'll just start on the bottom. You can use your fingers to swipe to the right to turn on Alpha Lock. Now, I guess I have like a little meat pause. Sometimes this doesn't work for me. So you can also tap your layer with one hand and select Alpha Lock as well. Or you can do that 2-finger swipe. And do you see now that your layer has a checkerboard behind it? That's basically like, hey, I'm here, I'm on. Okay. So now that we have it on, we can blend, add texture, and add shadow. And that's where Alpha Lock's really going to shine. But you know what? Before we do anything, we're going to be smart. So we can do this a couple of ways because Alpha Lock's also useful if maybe you have an older iPad and you don't have the option for a lot of layers. Alpha Lock also lets you do everything on that layer, but it is destructive, meaning once you start, you have to hit that undo button to go back. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play with the new select all button. So I just tap layers, select all. I'm going to go ahead and group these. And I'm going to use one finger, swipe to the left, right? Directions are hard. And hit duplicate. Because one of the main reasons I don't use Alpha Lock much is that whole destruction vibe. But we're going to keep all of our stuff safe by duplicating anything we might not want to mess up. Okay, I'm going to turn that off and just move it to the bottom. and go into my new group, and then just go back to our flower stem. Get on with it, lady. All right. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a shade darker. Just anywhere you want in the darker family. And now what we can do is I'm just going to show you quickly what I mean. I'm going like this. Okay? You see, I'm staying in the lines. That is the beauty of Alpha Lock. But we can also quickly go, turn that back down. And just make some shadows. Maybe not the loveliest shadow in the world, but I'm just making a point here. So we have a shadow. We can also go back. Let's go ahead and select our color actually, and then go a little lighter. And I just want to show you right next to this. We can select our smudge tool. Let's see what brush we're on. So I'm just changing out my smudge brush to be the same brush that I'm actually using. And then I'm just going to gently, or not gently, can blend these a bit. Let me get it big. I don't use smudge too much, but if you were, this would be great, like if you were blending skin tones, or if you were, actually going in and trying to blend out your flower, you could do some really fun things. Okay, we're all still on that same layer. We can go in back to our brush, and let's pick up one with some texture. So basically you're just going to go into your brush library and look for something that doesn't look like a solid line. So see, I have this sketchy one down here if it looks pretty textured, or this paper cut one. I'm going to use my grit one, but basically go in and find something that has texture. And you can, let's go quickly add, let's lower the opacity on that, and then go up. You can quickly add texture everywhere, or just a little, just really depending the look you're going for. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow and get out to more people. So if you're enjoying this, please, like, subscribe, hang out. All right. So one of my favorite ways to use Alpha Lock is to quickly change colors. So let me show you what I mean. Let's go to our petals layer. Let's duplicate it. Let's go down to our bottom layer. Now let's go ahead and use Alpha Lock. And this right now is like a really fast way to add shadow. It's not necessarily going to be all of your shadow work, but it can give you a little lift and make your object not look so flat. So now that we have Alpha Lock on, let's go ahead and go to our colors. Let's put our slider over towards purple, and then let's pick out a purplish gray. Okay, go back to your layers. I want you to tap that layer and click fill layer. And as you can see, like magic, those petals underneath have turned colors. So we can hit our transform button. We're going to use our finger, and we're going to just tap, tap, tap until we start to see that layer come out from underneath our pink layer, or whatever your top petal layer is. So I'm just tapping over here like a maniac. And as you can see, my flower suddenly has the other layer poking out. And then I can lower the opacity on this. I can also go in and play with the different blending modes. So I'm just going to leave it on normal for today, and just wanted to show you. Okay, actually, okay, I'm just going to put it on multiply. I don't think it made that much of a difference. Oh, there's the kitty. Hello, he awakens. Okay, so that's really good for shadows, and it's also really good for a quick color change. Now, I normally use clipping mask for this, but as a look, you can do it quickly as well. So, the same type of thing. I'm going to duplicate the layer. This works like if you have a client that likes the artwork but wants it in a slightly different color. I duplicate everything because I'm always worried I'm going to mess something up. So if you're not like that, don't worry about it. So we're going to go in, we're going to turn on alpha lock, and then let's just go pick a different color. And same thing, fill, boom, you've changed your color. It's so fast. It's so fast. All right. So if you've been following along so far, or maybe just watching, let's go ahead and do this last layer together. And I have no idea what the middle of the flower is actually called, but that one. So let's use our swipe to the right on our, see, my swipe's not swiping. I'm pretty sure it's me. So I'm going to just click on my layer, go ahead and add that alpha lock. And let's just play. Let's go in and get a darker color. And go back down. You can also play with the opacity. And we're going to do a little bit of darker shading this time. So I'm just going to come around. Hit the undo button because no, it's not. That's not what I want to show you. All right, so I made my brush a bit bigger. And let's see. There, that's better. Still look good. And as you can see, this brush isn't fully transparent, so that's why I'm getting lines. Okay, we made a shadow. Now, I already have a texture brush, but let's play with a different texture brush. Actually, let us select our color. I'm gonna go a little lighter. And let's see, okay. One. Okay. Let's go smudge and I turn down the opacity a little bit and kind of go in a circular motion. May have turned it down too much. So as you can see, that still has a pretty hard edge. I really hope the microphone is not picking up bath time, and I apologize if it is. All right, so I just changed to my lighter color, and that's kind of fun. I'm gonna go back to smudge, back the opacity up. And I'm just trying to soften this line a little bit. That looks a lot better, in my opinion. If you do go overboard with smudge, you're going to lose your texture. As you can see, a lot of my texture is gone. I could simply go back to my brush and add some texture back in, but for the sake of time, we're not going to do that today. Now, let's grab our lighter color and go a bit lighter. And I'm just going to go to the opposite side and add, that doesn't look very light. Okay, guys, different brush. Oh, no, I did have my opacity all the way up. All right, different brush. Let's see. That's better. I'm gonna turn up the opacity a bit. And then I'm just quickly going to add a little bit of a highlight. And you could blend this as well if you wanted in the same way we blended the others. I'm going to leave it how it is. So now you can kind of see where you use Alpha Lock practically in your work. Alpha Lock is really a rock star when you want to blend, quickly change color, conserve those layers, obviously not in my sake because I duplicate everything, and when you want to add texture and blending right on that layer. So your challenge is to go ahead and keep playing with Alpha Lock a little bit, finish out your flower, and really get comfortable with Alpha Lock. Maybe you can become a pro at that. 2 finger swipe to the right, unlike yours truly. So real quickly, Alpha Lock versus Clipping Mask. Clipping Mask adds a layer on top of your artwork, so it's kind of like an overlay. It is non-destructive, but it works a little bit differently. So let me know down in the comments if you want a tutorial on clipping masks. I think I did a short one a long time ago, but I don't think it was really in depth. So let me know if you want to hear me blab all about clipping masks and maybe draw something cute. And if you're in the very beginning and still wondering how the heck do I even draw something cute, I made an entire beginner's Digital Doodles course for that. I will leave a link for it in the description. No pressure, but go ahead and check it out if that's something you need. So that's it, guys, for today. Go ahead and try it out. If you didn't draw along with me, 2 finger swipe or just select that layer and your menu will pop up. Choose Alpha Lock, start shading, recoloring, and adding that texture. I'm so glad you guys joined me today, and I hope to see you back real soon. Have a great day.